Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I would like to show you how we will do our part modeling in Solidworks for our project, which is an electric eraser, as shown in this photo. So this is my electric eraser I already bought. And okay, before I show you how I do things in SolidWorks, let me explain you a little bit about an electric eraser. So electric eraser, the purpose of electric eraser is kind like you can do erasing works in your drawing and your sketching. You can erase a certain portion of your drawing or your sketching in more delicate manners compared with manual eraser. Because since if we do erasing in using manual eraser, sometimes the movement of our hand back and forth we erase certain portion of our drawing which need not to be erased. So the benefit of electric eraser is can erase certain portion in more delicate manner. So that's a good thing about electric eraser. Okay, this is my electric eraser. Okay, I already this image dismantle the parts. So if we look here, actually this one is a top casing. These two parts here is top casing, where the top casing is splitted. If you look here, we have later in SolidWorks I show you. First we do model of everything and we will do a split to split the top casing and the bottom casing. So I will do splitting at the middle, and then at the top casing will be splitted into front part and rear part. So hold on. Okay, as you see, the parts here we have front top casing and rear top casing, and this is a bottom casing, and this is a button. Button will be attached to this holes here of this front top casing. Okay, another thing, if you look in this bottom casing, if we have a lot of internal structures here. Okay, let me advise you through my experience in doing part modeling in SolidWorks. Try to avoid to replicate every detail parts when you see her. When you start doing modeling in SolidWorks, first thing to do is to understand the basic function of the component. For example, at this bottom casing here, try to avoid when you do parts modeling to imitate, to replicate every tiny small things here that you see in your physical product. So if you try by starting modeling to do every detail, believe me, it will get you crazy. The main thing is we do the basic rough modeling first. All the detail component we will add the last thing to do. We will add it later. Either what the purpose of that more detailed structure. So the first thing to do is just a rough modeling and of our casing. For example, if we study the casing, we study what's the main function first. Since the bottom casing is a hollow thing, so we have kind of like two compartments. We have front compartment here, and we have rear compartment. So the front compartment, if we look at this photo, we have an electric motor mounted on this front compartment. Okay, at the middle we have kind of like a partition between front and rear compartment. At the front compartment we have motor mounted here. At the motor we have a shaft, and what is attached to the shaft is kind of like adapter. This adapter is kind of like a hollow cylinder attached to the shaft, and at the end here we have erasing unit. Erasing unit will be attached at this hollow adapter. So basically the mechanism of this electric eraser is kind of like simple, just a rotating element, and the erasing unit will be rotated, and that's how they do erasing things. Okay, you study at the back. Okay, we have a middle wall here. At the rear compartment here is where we mount the power unit, which is the AAA battery. So we have two AAA batteries. So when you do modeling in SolidWorks, when later you just make the main component first, avoid to imitate, to replicate every single detailed component that you see of your product. Just start do the rough modeling first. All right. So this okay. As I mentioned to you, we have top casing and so on. Okay, this is a cap. Okay. Okay. Basically, for my electric laser, I have how many components that I have is that we have 5 is the bottom casing, and we have adapter here is 6, and also the erasing unit is 7. So we have total of 7 units. So in this video, I'll show you part by part of my project of my electric eraser. So I'll show you how I do the first part in SolidWorks. Alright, the first thing in SolidWorks, you open a new parts. You must make sure the unit is MMGS. Okay, in order for you to do the modeling of this product, okay, in this case, my main casing, I will start by doing the main casing here. If you look here, this is a main casing. Okay, this is a main casing. I will do the whole main casing here. If you look the study the shape of this main casing, I already have studied it. I will do the modeling of the main casing by doing lofting. Since we have a straight pass here, we have a straight pass. At the end here is kind like a it's not a straight segment rectangular. It's more like a spline like this, a spline, more to close to rectangular shape. So this will be our at the end it will this our profile. But at the end here we have a full circle. All right. After that we have a protruding cylinder. Okay. So I will do the main casing here, and we kind like a center line. We have kind of like a guide curve. Can you see the curve of this? The curve, we have a guide curve. I think we have 4 guide curve. One is there, here, and also at the top and at the bottom, we have 4 guided curve for us to do lofting. Okay, I already in SolidWorks. Okay, in SolidWorks, when you do part modeling, the first thing I need to advise you, you cannot straight away start doing the modeling in SolidWorks. You must begin on paper. So I have already measured. You must do this. So this already measurement I have already done on the sketch. You must sketch it on paper. Everything might be begin on paper. You sketch already make a sketch of my main casing. So the top one is a top view, and this one is a bottom view. And you see we have a split cut. I will show how you will do split cut to separate it the casing from top casing to bottom casing. And also I will do partition in this video to separate it into front part and also rear part. Okay. So if you look, I mentioned to you at the end there is a kind like more rectangular. At the end, the rectangular. So this is already damaged. Okay, this and correction. This is not supposed to be 12. This is supposed to be 22. This is supposed the width. I will make. I'll show you how to make the rectangular section a curve one spline by using spline 22 by 26, and at the end here the cross section is diameter 18. And we see the length of the casing up until protruding cylinder is 115. I mean the length for me to do loft is 115 minus the protruding cylinder is 6 is 109. So the length of the loft is 109. It will be at 109. So I'll show you how I do this by doing lofting. Okay, in SolidWorks. So I will do in top view. I will do a straight line. Okay, I will do a straight line start from this origin by the length of my lofting is 109. So that would be the length of my loft. Hold on. 109. Right, let me exit. Okay. Can I go to standard isometric view? So what I will do at the end here, I will do a rectangular cross section. So reference geometry plane, so I will select this first reference and this one second reference. I will create a sketch. Okay, I will create a line. For what I do, I will create a middle point line at this point, middle point line there, and I will create another midpoint line that is here. Make sure it's horizontal, and the dimension. If you see the dimension is 26 and the height is 22. So the length is, okay, the length is 26, and hold on, and the height is, hold on, and the height is 22. Right. Okay, this will be my basic setting of my to do my sketch. So I will change this one to construction geometry. So this will be construction. This part not part of my sketch. The sketch that I need to make a spline here. So I will do 2 point spline here. Snap at this point and that point. Okay, now I want to make a shape that like this, kind of curve. Um, so there is a 2 point spline. If you look, you have a control point. You control how much curvature that uh, you want it to be. So I don't want to be like this. So yeah, this one I need to maintain the tangency because soon later I will mirror it to the left side. So this handle need to be tangent to horizontal. So I double click at the arrow here, double click at it, and under settings on the left here, I click at make horizontal. So it means that if I click again at this arrow, then we have the horizontal relationship. Now I can drag the point here to control how much the width of my curvature. Okay, let me just leave it like this. Okay, about this handle, this one, I need it to be vertical to maintain. Since I will mirror it to the bottom, I need to maintain the tangency to the vertical axis. So I could double click the arrowhead and I set it to vertical. So I have it, then I can control how much the curvature that I want. It's about like this. So this will be, then I will do mirror. I will do mirror select this one, and the mirror about is, hold on, mirror about is this line. So I have this mirror, then I will do mirror again and select these two things, and mirror about is this center line. So now I have my cross section of my, and it's fully defined, and I exit. Okay, let me hide the plane here. So this is my at the back cross section, and at the front here it should be round, as I mentioned to you. At the end here is a full circle. It's a full circle. So I will do another reference plane here, point here, this second reference. So this will be my plane 2. I do sketch. So this will be a circle of, at this point, by the diameter 18. So I give a dimension 18. All right. Okay, now I have the, hold on. Okay, since what I need to do, loft is not just you have a straight path here and you do two cross section. I need to do a guided curve. If you look at my sketch here, we have this guided curve. This is a back guided curve. This is a front guided curve. I need to make, and this one is a top guided curve and bottom guided curve. So I will do two guided curve. I will mirror on both sides. So we need a guided curve for us to do lofting. Okay, to do for the top guided curve and bottom guided curve, because circle we don't have the top quadrant. So I need to add a point at the top quadrant here, and also at the bottom quadrant there. I need to add a point. So let me exit this. Then I hide the plane. And okay, now I will do a guided curve on the top plane first. If I go top plane, I make a sketch. So what I will do, okay, I can create a straight line here. Line, make sure it's snap at that quadrant. Make sure that its flow is horizontal. And as shown in this sketch, the length of the straight segment is 19 up until it stop here. This is a spline. So what I will do, I will give a dimension here is 90. The length is 90 and it is horizontal. Hold on. And here I will do 2 point spline. One connected to this endpoint and another one just simply click there. So what I will do with this point, I must make pierce to here. Select this, hold down my control key, select the make pierce so it will snap at that quadrant. Okay, if you look, this line is not tangent. We must maintain the relation must be tangent. Since this is a spline, if you look, I can control the curve like this, but this is not tangent to this straight line. So what I will do here, this point, hold on my control key, select this line, and set the relation to tangent. So it maintain the tangency. Alright, so then I will mirror to the other side. So I will do mirror here, mirror entities, and entities mirror this line and this spline. Line and this spline. Okay, to mirror about, since I don't have a center line, I can use my plane. Since my front plane laying at the center there, then I click OK. So I have this guide curve here. Right, now I exit my sketch. Then what I will do, the top guided curve and also the bottom. Okay, for the top guided curve, it will be laying on the front plane. So what I will do a straight line at this point, quadrant, make sure it is horizontal, and give a dimension of 90. Okay, hold on, it's not reading, all right. 90, then I will do 2 point spline, snap, one is here, one is here. Actually, I can snap it coincident. I just do it like this here and select auto my control key, make pierce, and we must set that tangency. This is a curve, so I must select this line, hold on my control key, select this line, tangency, so it maintain the tangency. So I just remain the curve to be okay, that flow. Let me go to isometric view. All right, then I need to mirror it. Mirror, entities to mirror is this line and this spline, and mirror about is our top plane. Okay, directly. Okay, so I have the now I have the all the structures that I need for me to do loft. Okay, to do loft, okay, under the features here we have loft. Okay, the profile, I select these, make sure the rule of loft when you select first profile, make sure it's on the same side. Profile is select on the left side of this cross section, and the second profile is select at the left side of that circle. Okay, now I need to select the guided curve. Okay, under here, guided curve. Okay, guided curve, you must use right click mouse selection manager. Since our guided curve is all open curve, it's not a closed loop, it's open curve. So make sure you use this one. The second option is open curve. Then select this one and click at the OK button. The second guided curve, selection manager again. Select, make sure it's open curve. Select this one. Click OK. Right. Then for the top, selection manager again. Open curve. Select the top one. Click OK. Then selection manager again. Open curve. Select the bottom curve. Select this curve. Click OK. And now you follow all the four guided curve. Okay, remember the center line. Under here, lofting, under center line parameter, use selection manager. Selection, use open curve and select that center line. Okay, now we have, if I click OK, and I have the shape of my main casing. Okay, the next thing to do, if we look at this image, at the rear here, we have kind like a cutout, a circular cutout, as shown in this photo. If you look on this photo, let me show you. Yeah, at the hand here is kind of cutout. We have I already make a dimension on that. If you look, the dimension, the cutout is by diameter 18 and diameter 13. So what I will do at this back here, I will make a sketch. So I have a circle of, I have a two circle here. One is diameter 18, and the other is diameter 13. So this would be cutout. Like as shown here, the cutout is 5 millimeter. So what I will do, features extruded cut by 5. Then I click OK. So I have at the back here, the cutout. Okay, the next at the front end here, I have a protruding cylinder as shown here. We have a protruding cylinder by 6. The diameter is 13. So I create a sketch at this plane. Circle. Sorry, the dimension is 15. And the extrusion is 6. Right, let me go for standard view. And now I have a rough shape of this casing. Okay, my next move, I will do split. As you can see in this image, we have a split line here. So what I will do, I will split this casing into bottom parts and top parts. So to do split here, I need a cutting plane. I can use my top plane here as my cutting plane since my top plane is really at the center here. So this plane, top plane will be my cutting plane. So to do split, under the insert here, under features, we have split. So the trim tools would be my top plane. So I will do a cut. If I click at a cut, so we have two part listing here. If I check here under resulting bodies here, there is a top part, and I check again this one. This will be our bottom part. So for you to do splitting, make sure that I don't want to click at the consume cut body. If I check the consume cut body, it means it will delete whatever part that I selected here. So I uncheck the consume cut bodies and I select both parts. It means it will do the splitting without consume the cut bodies. So I click OK. So I have two parts, which is top casing and bottom casing. I can isolate. If I click here, I isolate it. So this is bottom casing, and I exit isolate. And if I select the top part, I isolate it. So this one will become our top casing. Since still, if you look, both of our top casing and bottom casing is still solid, so I need to give thickness to do shell to make thickness by 1 millimeter. But before I do shell, let me exit it isolation. All right, our next move is what I will do. I will do splitting. If I isolate, I will isolate the bottom casing here. And for this bottom casing, I will do another split here. Under insert features, split. So I will select this face. Then I will cut the bodies. So I check everything and make sure that consume cut is not checked. Then I have 3 separate bodies here. Then this component, this solid bodies at the back here, I will not join. What I need to join is only the under insert features, then combine. So make sure it's add. I will join these two components, except this one. So I will combine it into one body. And then what I will do, and then I will only let me exit this isolate. Okay, for the I isolate the bottom casing. Okay, for this bottom casing, I will do a shell. Okay, shell. If you look at the picture, we have shell thickness in this area. Since at the opening here, of the bottom casing, the shell thickness at both sides is 2 millimeter, but at the back here is 1 millimeter. This area is 1 millimeter. It means that for shell, we have two categories. First, I select which one I need to be 2 millimeter. So I select this face and this face to be 2 millimeter thickness. But for this side, this face and this face, I put it under here is 1 millimeter. So there is 1 millimeter. The blue color here is 2 millimeter. So I click OK. So it will do what we will do. Solidworks will create a shell for this thickness is 2 millimeter, and the opening here is 2 millimeter. Except that the back one is quite thin, then I put it into 1 millimeter. Alright, then I isolate of the bottom casing, then I go for the top casing. I isolate it. I'll do the same. Okay, for this top casing, I do a shell for this face is 2 millimeter. Except for this face, I will do 1 millimeter. So I will select the red color will be 1 millimeter. So I click OK. So like the bottom casing, the top casing, we have different thickness. And here we have 1 millimeter. For this side, we have 2 millimeter. Okay, let me go for standard isometric view. And let me exit isolate. Alright, then we have another component there. Here, this component, I isolate it. For this component, what I will do a shell of 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter for this face and this face. Then I click OK. So it will do shell of 1 millimeter. So I exit isolate. Then I will, if you look here, we have 3 bodies here. So I will select this top casing and at that third body there. Then I will do isolate. So for this part, I will do I will union it, I will combine it as one. So what I will do insert features, and I will combine, select these 2 bodies and make sure it's add and combine it as one. So I have this component for my top casing. It means now we have, if I exit isolate, I have let me go for standard view. I have top casing and my bottom casing. I can check it by section view just for showing. Let me go for this view. We have kind of like 2 component, which is top casing and bottom casing. So this will be my first part of my video about how I do the modeling of the main casing. Later, inshallah, in the next part 2 video, I will show you how we do detailing. We will do how we will do lip and groove for the bottom and top casing. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. But before that, do not forget to click like and subscribe my channel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.